Do you smell what the
What is up,
cooking?
everybody? Welcome to World Wrestling Radio. I am your host, Niko Extra, coming at you live once again with the Yeti.
And hey, everybody.
Two very popular guys. I'm lucky to have them on my show at this point. We got Yeti going worldwide with full press, and we got Hey Yo Vince over here interviewing fucking Marty McFly in a couple minutes. So,
hey, I gotta ask you, man, what's this two camera shit, man? I feel left out. I need
one, camera two, camera one, camera two.
What made you do the two camera thing?
One,
it's for Vignets when you can upload shit.
Yeah.
What? You want to upload videos and stuff, we can upload them on that and still be live. Like if we want to play videos and shit.
Oh, I see. What kind of other camera is that? Like a regular just camera you bought from Best Buy?
It's for porn specifically. Porn.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you if it was
a lot of grinder action happening lately, for sure.
Yeah, that's good, man. I'm glad.
Does grinder work in Montana? How does that work up there?
You're gonna start doing movies in Montana, some like porn movies and stuff.
It's all about Yellowstone.
Everyone, thank you for joining us so much. Almost 30 people live. That's amazing to start it out. Please leave your comments in the comment section. We will answer them to the best of our ability, but we're going to start out with Clash of the Champions, the pay-per-view coming up oh so soon, only a few days away. I feel like these pay-per-views are all kind of smushed together. So it's hard to get excited about it, you know? I mean, it's like just yesterday there was a pay-per-view, it feels like. I know they're 30 days apart-ish. But at the end of the day...
You can't say that.
About this? Are you pumped about Clash?
No.
Dude, I am. I'm always... It's a pay-per-view. I'm pumped about any pay-per-view. It don't matter, man.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's back up the phone here, okay? Hang up and let's recall again. Give me a second.
Time out.
Hold on. So WWE does SummerSlam, and they turn around and do Backlash. Not even 7 days later. Okay,
7 days later, yes.
So how is that good for business? That to me, that just shows you're desperate. You're desperate for ratings. You're desperate for people to watch. You have no, and SmackDown has horrible ratings, and so does Raw, and only NXT has the best ratings out of both of them.
They actually have the worst ratings out of the both of them. But.
That's very hard to believe when they don't give us but bullshit on Raw. And they give us bullshit on SmackDown.
Dude, NXT racked in 696,000 last night.
What did Raw do?
1.5 million.
That's horrible.
AEW clocked in at 835. So,
and here's the worst part about it. When they show the whole entire group and everybody knows who they are. There's no more secrets now. It's like, don't cover your face. Hey, here I am. Fucking shaved eyebrows and head and all.
Who was it? I couldn't figure out who it was.
That's who that is.
Yeah, I think
I knew it was him the whole time.
Of course, and it's we knew it was coming, but at the end of the day, it's still underwhelming. Seeing those people with their stupid Bane mask on, trying to be cool. I don't know. It just didn't work for me at all, and it hasn't been working for me the whole time. So.
If anybody,
we'll get there. We're at Clash of the Champions right now. Let's go match by match. Let's give our predictions. We got a long night ahead of us. You only got 30 minutes. Let's cram this all in. You got to go interview Biff fucking Tanner in a little bit. So, who are you interviewing, by the way?
We have he is the special effects producer on Back to the Future.
Awesome. So Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton in an ambulance match. All the rumors in the world are pointing that this is the time for Drew to drop the belt. Do you believe that's happening? Do you believe this is the end of Drew? Do you believe this is a great way for him to lose the match without actually getting pinned, since you can throw his ass in the ambulance and the ambulance drives away and you win? Or is this just kayfabe all day long and Drew's still going to be the champion and we fell for it again?
Go ahead, Yeti. I'll let you answer this first.
I was disappointed to not see the Fiend in the back of the ambulance when it was parked outside there the other night. Like, I really thought that was the way to go with this, to tie it all together and to make sure that.
Wait, the Fiend in the Randy Orton Drew McIntyre? So you think Fiend to Raw?
Absolutely.
I don't see that happening. I think SmackDown paid a lot of money for Roman Reigns and The Fiend, and I don't see either one of them switching.
No, all I'm saying is that they missed an opportunity for him to be in the back of that ambulance before the pay-per-view. That was a huge missed opportunity to have The Fiend in the back of the ambulance when Randy Orton opened it. Like, I was waiting for it. I literally thought that's the way that it was going to go. That I thought it was too obvious because I'm a mark. I was like, awesome, The Fiend's in the back of the ambulance. Here we go. We got a three-way. Here we go. This
and
is
then
the way
he comes out and his stupid music plays, his bagpipes.
Yeah. There we are. So it's a 2-on-2 match that I still think I love Drew McIntyre as a person, but I'm still not over with him as a wrestler yet. I'm more of a Baron Corbin fan than I am a Drew McIntyre.
Would you say his title reign is successful right now? Since
No.
he's held it since WrestleMania, given the circumstances, would you say he's had a successful title reign for 4 months?
No, because I don't think there is such a thing anymore. I don't think title reigns exist. I think you just hold the belt for a little while and you pass it on to the next person. I think it's meaningless. I don't think the belt means shit anymore. It sucks.
Everyone's a paper champion.
Yeah.
I also don't think they haven't really given anybody for him to wrestle that's been worth a shit. And I tell you this, I tell you what mostly makes me disappointed about this whole Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre is I'm still stuck into when Cody and Ted DiBiase Jr. were in the company, and it's like you had second generation wrestlers fighting second generation wrestlers, and it's like it meant something. You know, now it's just the Legend Killer all of a sudden coming back for a 27th time trying to hold the belt, and it's like, does anybody?
I think, but
does anybody really give a shit about, like? Because I know I don't. Like, I'm gonna tell you this. I feel like Randy Orton's a thing of the past. Like, he went away for a while. He comes. What? You think I'm wrong?
No, man. It sucks to say that. I
don't think you're wrong, bro. But I agree with you guys. That hurts because I saw Randy Orton at 23 in Evolution as the fresh new face of professional wrestling, and now he's the old guy trying to fit in. So you're right, bro. But it's just kind of sad to think about it as him being the old guy. And think about John Cena, the guy we've said that said ruthless aggression. He's irrelevant at this point. He's a legend that like fucking makes special appearances once a year. I know. I love it when I love. Did you guys? Anybody watch that Edge versus Cena thing? This premiered. Yeah, the rivalry.
Absolutely.
I love it. Absolutely. I love it. About two times out of the whole thing, he said that he loves the business so much that he would never give it up, and he's always going to be there. Oh yeah, where are you now? Where the F are you? Yeah, where are you now? You doing cameos on the Miz and Mrs.? I mean, what are you doing? So who do we got? Make your pick, Drew or Orton. I'm hoping it's Drew, but I have a feeling we're gonna get screwed and do Randy. But I'm still picking Drew. Yeti.
I think this is Orton's time to have the belt again. I think they need somebody like Orton to have that belt to try. It's the go-to, right? It's the close guy. It's the lifesaver. It's the life preserver. It's the guy that can. I guess here's the part to tie it into is are people forgetting that Orton and the Fiend were connected at one point?
Oh yeah, he burned down his house.
Like I'm hoping that this all comes and ties together here. There's an opportunity to make it happen. It won't, of course, but
no. Vince forgot about that storyline 5 years ago.
I didn't, man. I don't let shit go.
Who you got?
Orton. I'm taking Orton.
I as well am taking Orton. And by the way, I'm going to keep track of these so we can see how good we really are. Which one do you think is going to be the main event?
Is to mean something. If you want to start building the brand back to where it can happen, fortunately, you got to bring those people back in and use it. And I mean, if you want to talk about the bloodline and how much The Rock loves the WWE and how much Cena loves the WWE, this is that chance again to help the Usos, like these kids, rise up to the next level. Like, I don't understand people say there's no next one star, but I think there is. It just has to be the right person.
Hey, can I ask you a quick question? What happened? Aren't we supposed to be getting the draft coming up soon?
In a few months.
So here's my question: is this a Raw, a SmackDown pay-per-view? Like, what the hell is it? Is it? Are we not
pay-per-views are both now? They don't have Raw and SmackDown pay-per-views anymore. They have matches for both. Hold on, I want to talk about that for a second. I apologize, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to take a second. I do want to address the fact that Road Warrior Animal passed away yesterday. Truly my favorite. If you look in the record books there of who my favorite tag team is, I say Road Warriors every time. This one's heartbreaking to me. I believe he was 60 years old. Animal was truly a legend in professional wrestling. And I heard the saddest stories yesterday. I couldn't help but like get a tear in my eye when people were like, oh, Animal joined Hawk up in heaven. Like, that's fucking sad, dude, because neither one of these should be passing before. I mean, Hawk was in his 40s, I believe, and now Animal is 60. Another person gone too soon, and it's said natural causes, but at the end of the day, like, you have to think something's not natural about passing away at 60 years old. And Animal, like, in the world of professional wrestling, Animal is right at the very top as far as tag teams go. And
can I just say,
greatly missed.
Can I just say though, and I don't want to be a dick about this, but I think we all know a reason or two why these guys go so quick. Like,
we can say it. We're not paid by WWE.
No, but it's like
steroids could potentially have hindered his career, no doubt about it, and that's heartbreaking.
Steroids, like, chair shots, and bad bumps.
Chair shots to the head, steroid. I mean, clothesline after. I mean, fuck. Dusty Rhodes spike to the eye after Dusty. He gave Dusty the spike, but then Dusty came back and gave him the spike. I mean,
yeah. Matt Hardy's update on his.
So thank you, Sarah, for bringing that up. She's one of World Wrestling Radio's best fans. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So I'm sorry about that, not bringing that up in the first place. So Animal will be greatly missed. In my opinion, he's at the very top of professional wrestling tag teams. If Hawk hadn't have passed away and done what he did, who knows? The Road Warriors would have been like who are the dudes over there, Ricky Morton and them that are fighting in AEW at 65 years old. Like,
right?
That would be Hawk and Animal running in and clothesline and giving someone the doom clothesline. You know what I mean? If it had stayed around. So,
you know what's even sadder? I found out that Animal and Hawk had their last match in July of 2003, and then Animal passed away a month after.
Yeah.
So he was still wrestling.
Hawk, you mean Hawk? Hawk passed away. 2003. Yeah.
No, I'm saying though. I'm saying Hawk and him had their last match in 2003, and then a month later, Hawk passed away.
Mm. And I had heard, for those of you that didn't see the behind the ropes or whatever that's called, the dark side of the ring on the Road Warriors, it's really deep and it shows the ups and downs of them. And honestly, I had no idea Hawk had actually gone and like wrestled as the Road Warriors with someone else over in Japan and shit. I knew nothing about that because I was so young at the time, but wow. So who we got? Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. I personally think this is a squash match all the way. I don't know, but what do you guys think?
I don't see them. Listen, I tell you what, if Jey Uso somehow, some way beats his cousin, McMahon's lost his marbles. I don't see that.
Do you think it go the other way and be a Polka Dooms or some kind of bullshit where Jey lays down or Roman asks Jey to lay down?
I have a feeling that could be it, and then Jay's going to be part of their team.
But I can't see Jey laying down. Like,
no, it's not in his.
I mean, I think they're going to have a good match, but Roman's going to beat his ass like he did when they were 10 years old, just like he said. Jey Uso isn't Roman Reigns' main event caliber, even though he's in the main event. This is a squash match for Roman to get by another month as easily as the champion. Get him. I mean, the goal is obviously to get Roman. I mean, honestly, I think the goal is to get Roman versus The Rock, and The Rock's even talking about it at this point. So, that's the WrestleMania 37. Is it 37? Because we missed 36. I don't even fucking know anymore. 37 match that needs to take place is Rock versus Roman.
The next WrestleMania is not going to take place. So why don't you just book it and hype it? That
not
way.
taking place. It won't be. We won't be live. They'll be. You're such.
Really? You don't think we're going to be live?
Not unless you're outside in Pasadena somewhere.
So if it takes place in LA and their tickets, you're not showing up. Because I know Vince and I are. We're gonna be like in Cali. We're gonna be like California love.
Yeah.
We're going for sure.
How much tickets going to be? You think how much tickets going to be if they have to have still social distancing at that time?
It's not going to be pretty, but I got 5 on it.
I got about 10. I got 10 on it.
So who we got, Roman or Jey?
Roman.
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 Yeah.
Nobody's ready for Asuka versus Zelina Vega. Quite potentially.
We have to really talk about this match because
but honestly, Zelina Vega is potentially the greatest mouthpiece female in professional wrestling right now. Is that debatable, or am I going too far?
Selena De La Renta.
Is Vega up there though for mouthpieces and talking on the mic? Because like when I hear her talk, I don't know if it's because she's hot as hell or whatever, but I seem to really listen to her and be like entranced in her.
Well, let me ask you. I can answer your question this way: would Paul Bearer been validated with anybody else other than Kane and Undertaker?
No.
No way.
Oh yes.
No way. Right.
I got an Oscar here.
Zelina Vega doesn't have that. There's not.
Can you imagine them being like, "Oh, Gargano's the man. Nobody can step to Ciampa." Like, no, dude, he would never fucking manage them dudes. Can you imagine? It would never happen. He would never do it.
You have to do it for the right. It has to match.
So this is a squash match, right? Asuka beats her ass. Let's just move on to the next one.
Okay, thank you.
Don't you think? Yeah.
Mella. I mean, do we get a run-in with Mella? I think there's going to be a lot of run-ins. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff. Mella might show up.
Sasha Banks special that basically puts Nikki Cross as the new champion? Because I personally think Nikki Cross is money, and I would love to see her with a little title run here. And if Bayley and Sasha have their own personal thing going on, then this could be good shit.
I think Chelsea Green's going to come in.
Yeah,
Chelsea Green.
I've been hearing a little rumors that Chelsea Green's coming as quick as you think that she's not.
She needs to be. They've had her on the shelf for 2 years or more.
The girl can't wrestle though. Let's be honest.
Oh well, no shit.
No, I'm for real. She can't.
I know. We've seen her. I know.
All right. What would your Retribution name be? Pick your month you were born and the day you were born on. Let's do our Retribution names. My Retribution name is Punching Nasty. And I'm pretty fucking excited about being Punching Nasty.
So what's the bottom one? What's the bottom one? You have to pick the top one and then you have to pick
the first one's your name, the first name, the month you were born, and the second one. And everyone that's listening, go ahead and do your name as well and let us know in the comments.
I told mine's Knuckle Player.
Oh, I know mine is. Mine's Tough Love.
What are you?
Tough Love.
You're Tough Love.
That's not even an option, is it?
Yeah. And Love is number 11.
Well, it ain't. At least it ain't Slapjack.
I think you're Vince. I want you to be Vince Tough Love from now on. That's your new name.
No, you know I know what my new name is. I'm changing my handle.
What?
It's the Realist.
The Realist, Vinny.
The Realist.
I like it, man. You got to have a persona.
Yeah.
This dude over here is calling himself a fucking Yeti for the last 15 years. Where'd that come from?
Yeti Cup.
No, he was long before the Yeti Cup.
Where did Yeti come from, Yeti?
Me and this dude were talking back in 2003 before Yeti Cup.
Yeti Mike?
No, the Yeti, the fucking animal. The Yeti.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then everybody stole my shit. I didn't copyright anything.
Jeffrey Hardy versus AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. I guess Jeff Hardy's the current champion. I don't know. I think they all have titles at this point. I know Sami has a title. Who's the champion? Who wins? Who's the true champion at the end of Clash of Champions?
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
Damn it. I wish it was AJ Styles, but is AJ moving on to bigger and better things? I think AJ Roman Reigns is good shit.
Yeah. I wherever AJ goes, I go. That's kind of where my loyalty lies. I mean, that dude's he's just money.
We're way behind schedule. We're still talking about fucking Clash of the Champions. We're 20 minutes in. You got to go.
That's good.
I'll finish this segment and then I'll go.
Bro, you have to interview Biff Tanner.
I'm sorry. I feel so bad because it's like I love doing this show. I feel so bad.
You don't care, bro.
Oh,
we have Maddog coming on at 8:40 to replace you.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Suckers.
Fucking hot tag that shit. You're
Maddog, for your listening, we can't. For those of you that are listening, we're gonna have a new section, our new special edition at the end of the show. Instead of me doing the news, we're gonna have Maddog Kelly doing the news, and he's gonna be coming on live to do the news every single week. We're excited about it. So,
You don't give me my own segment, huh?
Your whole segment's the whole show, bro. And honestly, and just for those of you listening, let us know if you'd like to hear a Vinny. What's your name? The Realist.
Yeah.
Vinny, if you'd like to hear a Vinny the Realist rant, you just want to hear him complain for an hour. Let us know. He would love to
for
do
an
it
hour.
for 30 minutes.
I'll give you 2 minutes. A 2-minute rant.
A 2-minute rant? That's not even like okay.
Yeah, 2-minute rant.
Ryan Beck, Shayna Baszler versus the Riot Squad, which is now Ruby Riot, Liv Morgan. Do they stand a chance, or is Riot Squad the new glamorized Brooklyn Brawlers?
I say Shayna and Nia retain.
I mean, is it safe to say Liv Morgan is the biggest disappointment of 2020? Because she had really high expectations of the comeback, and it's just not working out. Like she was going to be Sister Abigail, then she was Lana's lover, and now she's just Ruby Riot's friend. And I don't know. I expected a lot more out of Liv Morgan. What's going on there?
I don't know, man. I mean, they're throwing different people in different places and
Are
splitting
you
up a lot of
enjoying
stuff.
Nia and Shayna together?
No, I think it's horrible. I think Nia is horrible.
Vinny, are you enjoying Nia and Shayna together?
No, I think the reason why they put them together because they really had nothing for Shayna and nothing for Nia, and they're both tough bitches in persona, not in real life though.
Are you keeping up with the comments? I don't have any of these. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. There's
We haven't done any of everyone's comments. We're so sorry. We got sidetracked over here talking shit. Josh will keep up with the comments. All right, so
if it says Facebook user, I'm not posting this. You just got to go register.
Facebook user, you have to go to streamyard.com/Facebook and get approval so your name can be seen. Or you can just switch over to our Twitch, WWR Live, or our Twitter.
Either one.
Any of them. Street Profit with the cups versus Andrade versus and Angel Garza. Does this
Street Profits?
Is it Profits all the way? I mean, aren't Andrade and Angel Garza two individual wrestlers put together to be a tag team so they can win a championship?
I have a feeling that they're going to lose titles, and it's going to be kind of like Hangman Page and Kenny Omega.
Oh, Montez gets his singles push?
No. They lose the belts, and then Angel Garza and Andrade when they're the holders, but they've been fighting lately. So it's going to be like Hangman Page and Kenny Omega.
I could see that happening. Anything's possible in this day and age.
Anything possible in the WWF.
Do you think Vince is still completely running the show 100%?
Yes.
How old?
Yes, I do, because
like he comes in, he makes all the calls. He's just like,
I mean, dude, how many times
just like this? He's like, okay, Drew goes over, Randy's winning in the ambulance. Someone's gonna run in, he's gonna hit him. Roman versus Jay. Roman's winning, Jay's gonna laid over. Asuka's gonna whip Zelina Vega's out. Like he's just writing that shit down. Everyone's like, okay, sir.
Can you imagine being a writer for WWE and every time you put something on paper, it's like never good enough? So finally, you just start writing some of the craziest shit you can come up with, seeing if it actually, okay, if you want to be an asshole, let's start raising some crazy shit and see if it gets through. And some of that shit's making it through.
And Mark Henry and Fabulous Moolah are going to have a hand as a baby. And he's like, I love it.
Real quick, do you both honestly think that the reason why these writers and stuff are getting released are because they're saving money, or the fact that they're not agreeing with McMahon's trying to do and McMahon's releasing them because they don't want to be on the same page? Because you hear it all the time. McMahon he'll come in, or even during the show, he'll race the next segment and mess it all up. It happens all the time.
Yeah, he walks in at 8:15 and starts changing shit.
It happens all the time.
He's a badass. He can do whatever he wants.
Apollo Crews. I hope Apollo Crews beats Bobby Lashley.
Do you think it's inevitable that Apollo Crews is about to join the Hurt Business, though?
I hope.
And that kind of completes it. It's like Lashley, Shelton, Apollo, maybe Ricochet too, and they're just a bunch of.
Oh God! I hope it's not no stupid NWO.
God. So we all got Apollo. Really? You got Apollo winning and beating Bobby Lashley and winning the title?
I don't. I got Lashley keeping this.
I got Lashley. I got Apollo via interference getting screwed, and Lashley winning. MVP is going to run in, hit him in the nuts or some kind of bullshit.
Is Dominic Dijakovic is Dominic on the show too?
Is he? Is Dominic fighting? I know they have a little bit of. Is Seth? I don't think he made the match. I don't think I saw him on the card.
I feel so bad that Matt hasn't made the card since freaking the pre-show last pay-per-view.
What is up with that? The Riddle, I mean, Riddle's killing it on. He had a really great match.
Now, if you really think about it, dude, they're giving him shit. Like, really, that last segment they did on Friday, what was that? Like, I'm telling you.
No, he was in a match where the winner would get a title shot.
Not last time. Not
2 weeks ago, and he hit the bro Derek or whatever, and then
but dude, look how talented he is. Why are you not using his talent to the fullest?
Did you get his outfit set up in your shop?
No, I know it's done. I just have to go and pick it up though. It looks sweet.
I might come eat at your place tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I will be there. I'm waiting for my Lawrence Taylor boots so I can put them on. I'm gonna wear them to work.
Taylor boots. All right, you can leave now. You're gonna go talk about. Aren't you going to talk about Marty McFly? You got to get on. You got 2 minutes.
All right, guys.
Thanks everyone.
Go find that flux capacitor.
Whatever you do, Marty, don't go to 2020.
Oh my God! Great Scott, Marty.
All right.
No.
Oh God! Imagine leaving wrestling to go talk about fucking the flux capacitor. All right. You don't even watch Monday Night Raw, though, do you?
Here's what I have to admit to is I don't, but it's in the background and I'm doing stuff. Like when we're grinding, and I have it in the background, but it depends
You're aware
on
of what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. And my phone goes off 100%. What?
She wrote Cody. We'll talk about AEW in a second. We'll get to it. She said, I see Cody dyed his hair brown.
Yeah.
Facebook user, whoever wrote this, please go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and get a permission so we can see who the hell you are. You are Knuckle Player. Look at this. Knuckle Player in the house.
Another one like me.
Tough Nachos. Sweet. I love it. I love that we all have fucking stupid Retribution names. How awesome is that?
Knuckle Player.
So Monday Night Raws came and gone, and I kind of feel like it was the night of Randy Orton. Yes, Retribution had their moment, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But at the end of the day, it was Orton given the RKO and everyone looking puzzled at seeing him stand above Drew McIntyre rolling around on the ground multiple times. I believe he did it twice during Raw. So again, this goes back to, does Orton beat McIntyre after this reign and become the champion? Is it at 15 times that he's going to be the champion? Because that's insane.
Have to. You have to give him that. You got to. Who else has 15?
Cena, Flair. That's it, right?
16. Is Flair 15 or 16?
Flair's 16. Cena's 15. Or maybe he tied him at 16. I'm not sure. Let us know in the comments. And then Orton's 14. Triple H, he's not as high as I thought he would be.
Is he 12?
He's not. He should be 100. Fucking
feels like 100.
He married Stephanie. Jesus Christ. I mean, come on.
Well,
so our man Keith Lee had another match. He got another moment to fight Drew and showcase his skills. This match was actually a banger if you got to pay close attention to it. That's two big behemoths in the ring throwing down and battling it out. And, a disqualification comes at the end with Orton giving the RKO. But giving Keith Lee possibly 10 minutes in the ring is, it's pretty respectable at this time, right? I mean, people are saying he forgot about, but is he?
Now that we got Negative Nelly out of here.
Yeah, right?
Dude, no, seriously, Night of Champions is one of my favorite pay-per-views every year because every belt is on the line. It's fun, man.
There. Yeah, it's amazing. And they used to do title versus title, which was really cool, but they don't seem to be doing that. It should have been Roman versus Drew, but they're never going to give us that unless it's a WrestleMania.
No. Ever.
And I don't even want to see it there. I see Roman having such a magnificent reign right now, and we'll get to SmackDown a little bit, but this new Roman is like a whole new dude because the corny Roman in the back, the Roman versus John Cena, where he's like, "Hey, John," well, and Roman's like, John's like, "Hey, spit it out. It's called a promo. Learn how to fucking talk." Like, those days are long gone, and right now, this new Roman with Paul behind him, and you can tell he's been hitting the gym, and you can tell he looks good. I'm excited about this new Roman.
I think he sees it as an opportunity to really, I think they're willing to hitch everything onto him and let him run and be the man. That's why I keep saying,
has he really been the man for 5 years though? It feels like he has.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't, dude. He hasn't been given the opportunity.
But there's Seth and there's Fiend and there's Finn Balor for a little bit. You know what I mean? There's other dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you have to go so far as
the top 3 sales and T-shirts. You know what I mean? He's only been there a couple months. Let's see what he does a year from now if he doesn't get buried.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem is when somebody, I don't know, man. It's like I keep saying, it's a carnival business. It's a carny business. It's a you roll up in town.
I heard Vince forgot about Bianca Belair. What the fuck? Someone was like, "Hey, Bianca Belair," he was like, "Oh shit, I forgot about her." What? How do you move someone up and then forget about her? He's insane. Vince needs to go. I love Vince so much. I will cry the day the man passes away. But Vince needs to step down and relinquish his reign as the dictator of WWE because it's actually hurting everyone and people are getting sick of the shit.
You know what else is hurting everyone? Raw Underground.
You want to get to it?
Fuck.
You want to go there right now? You hate it?
Dude, it's horrible. I mean,
so the main event of Raw Underground was Braun Strowman and Dabba-Kato. Dabba-Kato came and went like a fucking coronavirus. He was here for 14 days, beating the shit out of people. And on day 14, Braun Strowman came in and said, "Get these hands," hit him in the face, and he knocked him out cold. He's done. You expect me to be scared of Dabba-Kato after I watched Braun Strowman beat the living shit out of him like that? I'm sorry. No. I'm not scared of him anymore. So let me ask you again, A through F on a grade, what do you give Raw Underground?
F, because there's no build, there's no expectation, it's immediate. I mean, watching Dolph Ziggler, respect the man. I really do. There's something about him. I think it's because I see a lot of me in him, so it rubs me the wrong way.
Dolph's a worker, bro.
That's what I mean. I see a lot of me in him, and that's why I think I dislike him so much, is because he's just that guy that just, he grinds and he gets under your skin. He does a good job of being a heel.
And he was like Nikki Bella. He banged every single one of the divas. You're just like, God damn it, Dolph. What don't you have? But you got to give Dolph this.
Miz is your best friend.
Dolph was the Riot Squad, bro. Talk about defeating the odds and becoming something. He went from being a Riot Squad member, or not Riot Squad, I'm sorry, Cheer Squad, or whatever they were, the Spirit Squad. I'm calling him Riot Squad. He was from a Spirit Squad member to a world champion with his cash in. Granted, he was the champion for a cup of coffee, but he's going in the books as a world champion.
I think his booking cheapened and lessened his value in my perception. That's why I could never buy him. Because he just was never booked properly.
I agree with you, bro. Even when he won the belt, I was happy for him, but I was like, no. He had Big E behind him and AJ, and still was cheesy. When you got that kind of push, no. So Riddick Moss is getting a moment, and Eric is getting squashed clearly on Raw Underground. Another place for people to quote unquote grow, but also quote unquote get buried, because Eric, unfortunately, without Ivar, is kind of a clown. And I don't see Eric ever having the chance to be a singles competitor and winning a title without Ivar. Do you agree? I think Ivar is the star of the team. And
this is where the loop backs never happen. You could literally, the Street Profits could have a third member. You really could have a third member until Ivar comes back. You really could. But
you think Eric should join the Street Profits?
Fucking heartbeat, dude! Don't you remember we had?
Awesome. And they do Freebird rules.
Yes, there's just so many opportunities to keep these guys going, but the writers don't visualize and see this. They can't.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just.
Why aren't you a fucking writer, bro? Jesus, that's genius. Eric with like a do-rag, being like, yo, Street Profits with the cup. Like, oh my God. Because they showed his personality in that best of 25 series they had where they went bowling and threw axes and like played hopscotch every week. But Eric, I'm really sad because I really think Eric has a lot of potential, but without Ivar, you don't get to see it. You're just not going to see it. But I'm happy for Riddick Moss because I do think Riddick Moss is extremely underrated.
I do too, man. I do too.
He got his push right before Corona. He got that push on Raw with fucking who has Mojo, like, hey, this is Riddick Moss. And then that was it. It was Corona, end of the game. Like, we didn't see him again. So I do want to talk about this. My girl, Lana, I may pick on her on Twitter, but at the end of the day, I love her. She's the first WWE star, excluding The Rock, to hit 1 million people on TikTok. She's killing it over there. She's killing it on social media. No doubt about it. Twitter.
We need to talk about your TikTok views and why you don't have some kind of contract yet with anybody.
Hey, I just hit 11 million views last month, so I'm pretty happy about that.
That's what I mean.
That's not it. I'll get my contract. My due time will come. The wrong people don't understand. But Lana herself, like, is this 2 weeks in a row? I'm very happy with it because I'm not complaining because I'm about to get a $500 check from TikTok from working last month. So
right.
It's insane. Lana herself is undoubtedly taking the heat for Miro's words. 2 weeks in a row, she's gone through the table. I can't help but think next week she's going through the table too. What do we do about this? Is this the end of the road for Lana before she gets released and then as an AEW world champion, female champ? I mean, you know, she'll get her chance in AEW, but is this it for her? Is this she going to get, you know, body slammed into the table to irrelevancy and then be catering, getting us salads and shit?
Well, imagine walking into like your competition or enemy's like house and then calling up your dad and telling him to go fuck himself. But like your sister still works there and like she's just gonna get the shit beat out of her all day long by whoever decides. Like,
do you really think it's that personal, or do you think this is, I mean,
everything Vince does is personal.
100% personal.
Everything. There's nothing professional in this business. It's all personal, man.
I honestly think it's 100% personal. I think Miro's words equals Lana taking a table. And that's horrible to say, but this
Plural.
is what it is. You think it's 100%?
Oh, 100%, dude. It's all personal. It's all personal.
Crazy.
Name one person. Name one person.
I feel really bad for her, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. But you know what? It's a character building process. You know what I mean? It's something that she can look back on and, you know, say I grew from that. And I'm sure they had the conversation before he said anything, you know, I'm gonna do it. And she said, I got your back. Whatever happens to me, I'll deal with it. And I'm sure that conversation happened.
You're not a cuck, right? Damn it.
No.
Hi, Timber. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. We know who is a cuck.
I still love that she says that at a profile picture. You know,
we know who a cuck is, though, right? Name a cuck.
Crockett.
He carries a tennis bracket.
Yeah.
So Memphis. AEW whooped NXT's ass head-to-head Wednesday night. AEW went on Thursday last week or the week before, hit 1 million. NXT went on Tuesday, hit 850,000. This week they are, Maddog just joined us. Look at that. Let's bring Maddog on. Hey, everyone. Say hey to Maddog.
Hi. How you guys doing? Real
up,
quick,
buddy?
I just want to
look at the Yowie Wowie shirt. I love it. Nice. Let him in.
Yeah. I want to thank Yeti again for sending me the Bray Wyatt collector's edition SummerSlam one. It's gonna go great next to my Ronda Rousey over there. So
awesome.
I want to thank you for that. Right. So AEW. And
thank Timber. She's the one that mailed it to you, man. It wasn't.
Yeah. I want to thank her too. Both of you. I mean, yeah, man. Just she's awesome, and you guys are awesome, and I'm really honored to be here doing this with you guys.
Absolutely.
And I learned from two podcasters how this industry of wrestling and podcasting works. I'm really excited. So thank you guys for taking me under your wing. I appreciate that.
Oh man, Yeti's been doing this shit longer than you're alive, bro. Honestly, he's been doing this stuff for so long. I'm on. You want to hear some interesting stuff, and we could talk about wrestling forever, and we'll get to the news. For those of you that are tuning in and will hear us on Apple and everywhere else later on, Maddog will be joining us. He'll be our special news commentator for the end of the show every week, and we'll get his commentation on it. So we're really happy to have him join us. But Yeti himself reached out to me in 2003 on a little app called MySpace and wrote me and said, "Hey, dude, I heard you're working at TNA Wrestling. Would you like to be on a show with me?" And him and I completely made something called magic back then, before podcasting was actually called podcasting. And I will never forget, Yeti. I want to thank you now, because we're so comfortable now being what we're doing, and you've done really well, and you're in the thousands. I'm still obviously new to this, but I can recall we streamed a WrestleMania event, if you don't recall.
Oh, I
and
do.
We had over 1,500 people listening live to our WrestleMania stream via, I don't even know what we were streaming on, dude. It was on our website.
But we would use a key through Winamp, so you could have your own stream through Winamp, and you could basically stream whatever you wanted. And if somebody had the link to that site, you could basically host and whenever you want. I mean, you could still do it technically, but
I'll never forget seeing that number just grow and grow and grow. And him and I mean, I'm 23 years old at the time. You too, you're probably in your 20s, and we're just like, holy shit, we got 1,500 people listening to us right now talking. And back then, it's not like now. Now everyone can get viewers, but back then it wasn't like that. So I just want to thank you for bringing me into this world of podcasting, and now we're bringing Maddog in. We're kind of like the mentors being the mentees. It's interesting.
Which is kind of cool. I'm actually 25 right now, so there you go.
So we're hoping, this is the thing that I did that I wish I didn't do, is I quit. I walked away probably when I stopped working for TNA for a good 10, 15 years. And if I had been who I am now and never quit what I'm doing, I would probably have 1 million people on YouTube. I'm not even trying to be like sarcastic. I just stepped away for the wrong time at the wrong period, and now I'm back. I got a lot of making up to do, but I think we're all going to get where we want to be. What do you think about this number right here, Maddog? AEW hitting 835, NXT hitting 696, and T-Bar and the Retribution clocking in at 1.57 million.
Is that what we're calling that?
The T-Bar special hour. The T-Bar slapjack special minute.
Oh, jeez. Right.
It did 1.5. It did 1.5. T-Bars for the Retribution.
Yeah.
That's perfect, man.
That number's not good, dude. They were 3 a year ago.
Okay, so first thing I have to say about this whole thing is, why are they looking like Bane from Batman? Like, he actually tweeted, oh god, I can't find it now on my phone, but he tweeted something about claiming how he's the real Bane from Batman and stuff. Like, he actually tweeted this, and it was so fun. But it's just a little silly, and the whole thing with Retribution, I know what they're trying to do. There it is. There you go.
I lost it.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to push it for Survivor Series. You guys know that. I know that. I just don't know how they're going to work in Survivor Series. So that's just silly. NXT, I have some big news about one of my favorite female superstars, actually. So
release it. Give us the news.
Yeah. NXT.
Give us the dirt. Give us the dirt.
Give us the dirt sheet, Maddog.
NXT injury report: Tegan Knox is undergoing an MRI for possible torn ACL.
No.
Yeah, I love Tegan. She's actually my favorite current NXT female superstar.
She's got the best booty in NXT.
I love that she wears the Captain Marvel attire. That's like my favorite.
Oh, the cane too. The cane choke slam. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So cute.
It's great. So I'm really upset about this.
I actually tore my ACL back in the day, so I know what a unfortunate accident it is. She will truly be out of commission for close to a year, and we wish her the best. Tegan Knox, I mean, beautiful, amazing, she will definitely be back and she will definitely be making an impact. And I do want to talk about something. You know, we've gone way past everything for a minute. I had 100 more things to talk about, but I just want to say, let me find it real quick. I was right. I said Candice LeRae was winning the women's battle royal. Everyone said I was crazy. And I said, my girl LeRae is doing this, and she did it.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag, but damn it, I called this shit. What do you think about this?
Yeah, so you did. And like I said, I'm just still upset about Tegan because she could have been a really good contender. But in all honesty, I think Io Shirai is going to be a long-term champion going forward in the NXT brand. I think it was smart at NXT in your house that, you know, Charlotte dropped the title. I know why they put the title on Charlotte, to get views on everything. And then they put Charlotte on every single, you guys remember, on every single show. So, you know, I'm glad that the Io Shirai is just on her brand, which is NXT. And like I said, she's going to be a long-term champion for sure. Yeah. Going forward.
Stephen Pena, shouldn't you be listening to fucking Biff Tanner over at Review right now on your review of Back to the Future? Thank you for joining us. We love you, man. You're amazing. No, I tore my ACL playing football like a real man. But it's probably the dumbest thing I ever did, because here I am 40 years old going, why the hell did I play high school football?
Yeah.
Was it going to be All Valley tournament champion? No one gives a shit at this day and age. But
the next thing I have for you guys, going to AEW for a minute here, our boy, you guys were just speaking about Morrow, he actually sprained his ankle. It was an ankle sprain. When he went through the table last night or the other night or whatever, in his tag team match, he actually sprained his ankle. It's a minor injury. He'll be fine next week when they tape AEW, which I heard they are taping AEW because they're making several changes. Remember, Moxley was not supposed to defend the title last night. Team Moxley, and he did. So, you know, I
scored 4 touchdowns against the refrigerator Perry.
He did live.
So wait, so you're telling me Miro's first match, he twisted his ankle?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god!
What a clown! I love Miro. You didn't get to hear us earlier, but do you think Lana taking the slams through the table is payback for Miro talking shit to Vince?
100%. 100%.
Damn, he's a petty bro.
This is the same.
80 years old, worrying about some petty shit.
Anything.
The way it goes, man.
I mean, it's kind of funny too. You know, we were talking a little bit a couple weeks ago about Renee Young. I wish her the best, or Renee. I don't even know how to say her last name. I'll say Moxley because she's married to John Moxley.
Renee Paquette, but yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Renee Paquette. Thanks. I need to get used to saying that more. But you know, she kind of left SummerSlam. After SummerSlam, she was gone. Supposedly, I don't know how true it was, but Moxley was talking a lot of shit about Vince in all types of interviews, and I kind of saw it coming. Like her leaving, I knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't know when. And now I heard she has to have like a 90-day period where she can't go to AEW with her husband because there was something in her contract where there's like a 90-day period.
No compete clause.
Wait or something. Yeah, that's what it is. You know, I'm still new to this, guys. Bear with me, please.
No, dude. We're
awesome, bro. We're loving it.
Right. So,
you don't understand, Maddog. Yeti and I do this shit all the time. So we're loving that you right now are running the show and we're answering.
Right. I do want to touch on a more serious matter. I do want to pay my respects to, as you know, Animal Road Warriors. He passed away yesterday at the age of 60. You guys covered it at the beginning of the show, but I wanted to say condolences to his family and bring that up on a more serious note. I know AEW and NXT both did something last night to show that, and that the whole wrestling community came together for that AEW, the rival to WWE, and then you have WWE also do something for him. That was really something truly special. Both shows did, and we'll probably see something on SmackDown tomorrow night.
Maddog, let me ask you this. You're 25 years old, you said, right?
Yeah.
How many Road Warrior matches have you seen? I know you're like a kind of like big into wrestling, but how many of you?
I've actually seen a bunch of the replay stuff. I have not seen. It's more the best of it than more actually seeing them live and doing the stuff back then. When I'm sure you guys watched it live. I never watched it live. I go on WWE Network and watch it, the best of whatever, and there they are. So I've seen a couple of them through the best of the series, and honestly, it's just he was great, and his tag team partner were great, and they're truly, I would say, revolutionary for the tag team era. What tag teams were then and what tag teams are now are so different, and now that they're really this big deal, I just really wish they stopped passing the titles to everybody. You know what I mean by that? Like the women's title keeps getting passed around like it's a hot potato. I'm not really a big fan of that, so but yeah, they kind of revolutionized tag team wrestling.
As God is my witness, I watched Animal and Hawk with the Dusty Rhodes moment with the spike. Eye for an eye was the segment. I don't know what year it was, 86, 87, something, but I cried. I was screaming. I was a 6-year-old kid screaming my eyes out going, oh my God, Grandma and Grandpa, they took his eye. Dusty Rhodes is not going to have an eye from now on. And then he came out the next week with an eye patch. I cried again. I was like, Jesus Christ, they took his eye. Can you believe this? And my grandpa just laughed.
At least it was an eye patch and not a big old black sash. Like
he said, I have a feeling he's going to be okay. And he laughed. And I said, I was devastated. And that's the first time I actually took wrestling seriously. That and Lex Luger getting beat out of the Four Horsemen with Ric Flair. They brought him in. They were like, hey, bro, come over here for a second in the limo. And then they start beating the crap out of him and jumping him. And like, I was like, oh my God, Luger. But now I laugh about that kind of stuff because it was like so real at the time. But yes, definitely Animal. Undoubtedly,
cover that. For sure.
60's way too soon.
Yeah, I agree. This is some SmackDown news, and then I'll get to the stuff about COVID because I have to cover it, obviously. But as you know, Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, Alexa Bliss, which is my favorite female SmackDown, wrestler right now on the SmackDown brand, said that she wanted to work with Bray Wyatt when she debuted many years ago in 2015, but the storyline never worked out until now. So I guess it took a pandemic and then being in the WWE Thunderdome for her to work with Bray Wyatt. But she said in an interview, I think it was Metro UK, she did an interview with, and she said she absolutely loved working with Bray so far, and she doesn't know where the story's going to end up. Personally, I have an idea where it's going to, but she said she doesn't know, but she's really enjoying the ride. So that's really cool there about that. I'm just really excited to see where that goes. I know she's going to become Sister Abigail eventually. I've been waiting since 2017 to see this because I remember Bray dressing up on one Monday Night Raw, him in a wig and everything. I don't know if you guys
remember that. Yeah.
The Raw or not. I thought that was like the greatest thing ever. And was like, is that Bray Wyatt under that wig or is that somebody else? And then I went on like Bleacher Report or something, and yeah, it was actually Bray Wyatt. So I'm excited for that. And
who knows where Sister Abigail really ends up? But it seems at this point, it's kind of sky's the limit for Alexa Bliss. I see her going very far.
Yeah, I want to know.
WrestleMania, all that shit.
Did Bray Wyatt teach her the Sister Abigail move, or did she know it already? Like, I want to know how the hell did somebody learn the Sister Abigail move so quick? You know what I mean? Like, that's something that took Bray Wyatt so many years to perfect. And, Alexa Bliss is doing it every week on SmackDown now.
I mean, if she is Sister Abigail, is doing
it's really cool there. I'm excited about that. Right. So the biggest thing is this COVID-19 pandemic. AEW changed their whole platform. As you guys know, they changed the whole taping they're actually taping next week. And they're actually going to be taping it tomorrow. They were supposed to tape it tonight. They actually didn't tape it tonight because they actually went to the football game. I guess there's a Thursday night football game on somewhere. They went to that game. The crew actually was treated to the football game I was reading. So that's so they're taping that tomorrow, and they're changing the whole thing around because Lance Archer and I believe a couple of other ones, according to what Brian Elrez said, from
Ryan Alvarez.
Yeah,
guy.
thanks.
He knows his shit.
He said something about that a couple of them have COVID, but it wasn't sure. I know, Niko, I know you said that one of them tweeted out something, said that they were feeling sick, and they deleted that tweet. So that's
who was that tweeted out they were feeling sick and then deleted it?
I need to get your message.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but yeah, there's a couple people.
Yeah.
Lance Archer, I know, or is that his name? Lance Archer, yeah.
Yeah,
I always know him as Lance from
He was
TNA.
supposed to tag team against Moxley last night, and he didn't. So let me see here real quick. Right, it was Cage and Archer.
Yeah, Cage.
And there was
Cage said he wasn't feeling well. Now all of a sudden,
it was Cage, which was also weird because he was supposed to be in that match too. So, man, that's kind of crazy from the perspective of the AEW, and then you have this reportedly NXT thing where supposedly it's going through the NXT roster, but that's not really confirmed. According to what I believe Brian Alvarez or Meltzer, one of them said that it's not a huge number through NXT, so I don't know who's on NXT or not. You know what I mean? I don't know that whole COVID story there with that.
Basically, some people got corona and they're not disclosing it till weeks later, so you don't really know who or what has. I know AJ had it. I know Archer has. I mean, everyone probably had that. I'm just glad I didn't get it when I was hanging out with Riddle. Let's be honest. He's a walking corona crockhead.
Like I said, I actually had it. 21 days it took for me to recover.
You did? You had corona? I didn't know.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah, I remember last time he was on. He was talking about it.
Told you guys last time when we chatted. I actually told you guys that I had COVID-19.
No, I do remember.
April around Easter Sunday, and took 21 days, and I had to go get tested and wait in line for 5 hours in a car. They actually did it in my mouth first.
Oh.
Then before my back surgery, they had to do it up my nose. I had to get tested again before my back surgery. So they did it.
You're on Tinder, right?
Yeah,
smoking right with all them girls, making out with all them ladies. I know what's going on with you.
So the biggest thing here I have here, definitely this whole COVID thing. It's just kind of crazy that it's just happening so quick. Oh, there's Josh. There you go. Thought I lost you for a minute. I thought I cut out or something.
No, you broke that news. You broke that news in Free Figure Friday. I'm doing the top 10 women, and now my list has to change because Tegan Knox was on there. So I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it the same.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of I want one more thing here. The biggest news, and it's a rumor. So